believe this shit.
Hey, one thing though, yeah, Jay always went first, and we always be like, all right, Jay good, we good, then we hop in. But like one thing we didn't do, Fred, we didn't get married because Jay took the
Yeah.
plunge on that one. And I
Yes.
applaud him for doing that because I'm not doing that.
You
One
gonna get
time for
caught.
the niggas bumping their heads out there.
You know what I
Because
mean?
you know,
Hey,
failure creates winners. And I'm a big believer in being a piece of coal, a lump of coal, you can still get enough pressure to become that diamond in the rough. So
yeah,
Absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely, man.
I
You
don't think
learn more from
I don't think
failure.
I could do it. You know what I'm saying?
marriage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't
Mm.
want it. You know what I mean? It's just the women out here, bro. You just never know what you're getting into. Everybody be like, yo, you gotta vet them, you got this, you got that, but it's hard to know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like some women, they play the game good, man. Play the
Shapeshifters.
game good.
Shapeshifters. Yes, yes. You know, and it's so not to be sexist in any way, but it's just women they just know how to lie better than us. Us we guys we get too fidgety, we get too we don't forgot what we told you.
I
I
feel like
told you.
Think you
Like,
moving now because he was freaking out when you left.
I don't know. I just think
Oh,
eventually we just don't care.
hey,
I
buddy.
feel like guys just eventually don't care.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. Because at some point you just get tired of the lying, you get tired of this and I mean, granted, we shouldn't be lying. I ain't gonna hold you. We should be always trying our best to tell the
You
truth.
just lied just now. Look at this
We
shit.
that's so we shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? We
did it
shouldn't
for
be.
blind flying.
That was a
But you
lie.
know what I mean? Sometimes, bro, like you don't wanna you tell a woman the truth, she just start going, instead of her thinking here, she thinks with her heart. And that shit just kills me, man. Cause then I'm just like, what are you saying? Yo, relax.
Sometimes they ain't even thinking with their heart. It's all pussy. They got this shit called the luteal phase. They got this shit called like so. I just found out about this shit. Luteal phase, right? So like while they're like having their menstrual, it's almost like their pre-menstrual shit that's going on where they don't have as much clarity, and then the actual menstrual comes on, and then after the menstrual, they have that post-menstrual hormonic deposit, and then they start ovulating and shit. They got like four things going on to one individual in 1 month, and it's like, bro, this is insanity. This is insanity in
Yeah.
one individual. Like, what happened to the little 11-year-old girl that was just precious, and then 12? Oh, she's fucked up now. Like, damn, like, this is crazy.
I mean, at least you dealing with like four different types of personalities in 1 month. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like to me. That's what it
Yeah,
sounds like to me.
yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, at least two, at
Yeah,
least
at
two.
least two. It's just not. I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to go through the whole marriage and divorce.
Yeah,
And
but you already thinking one
man,
foot in, 1 foot out. You can't. You got to go all in, and if once it's done, it's just you all out. That's the only difference. I feel like
um,
it's gonna happen because the people that say they're not gonna do something usually they're gonna do it. Like it's gonna happen to them when they least expect it. You're gonna be like, damn, I was talking about that, but this the one. Hey, this the one that got me. I
it's always the one, but there's always
always,
that one that get everybody, bro. We always have
yeah,
that one that just gets you somewhere like the other
yeah.
person just couldn't get, but nobody could touch you. It was just that one
Oh
person.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but bro,
It's,
now these days, these women, bro, they moving like men, bro.
they have to.
What you
We
mean
do
they
them so.
have to,
Listen, I'm
bro?
not gonna lie. There's a lot of men out here that do women so grimy.
Oh,
So the
a
women
hundred
feel like
percent.
I gotta guard my heart too, because it's like I gotta play your game. Because if you're not taking me serious and you nonchalant and whatever, I gotta do that too. Like you're not gonna just play with my
Bro,
heartstrings and stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you this one thing, and I heard this shit from somebody. I don't even know where I heard it from. It probably was from a show, but I heard it, and there's one guy was like, the most sweetest man, the most nicest dude that you could ever think of. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
thank you.
He's always the most grimiest nigga at the end of the day. because he
Oh,
got his heart broken so bad he became like the scum of the earth.
Be
He
like, fuck
became a
y'all.
dog because at the end of the day, that dude used to gave it all to one chick, and
Yeah.
that one chick done him,
so you
done
need
I
a
him.
lover,
mean,
love. You need a lover girl who loves love. If she loves love, you can tell a woman that's nurturing. If she's not nurturing, she's not gonna nurture you, my boy. Right? So like, you need a woman who's naturally nurturing. Even those mean girls who safeguarded, sometimes they're the nicest girl. They're so mean because they have to put up that front, that safeguard to protect themselves because of all the bullshit that they done went through. So now they feel like they got to put up this facade. And then once you crack that shell a little bit, the eggshell, you're like, oh, okay, this is you. This is the real you.
well,
You're
hold
really
up, hold
soft
up,
and gooey.
hold up,
I
hold
don't
up, hold
know,
up.
Fred.
Yeah,
I
we don't
don't
got
know.
time for that shit. We too old for that. This ain't
Yeah,
Jason's
like
lyrics.
we
We're
could
not
do that
doing
when we
that.
was
So
like,
this where I'm at. It's not only their experiences. They got old single bitches that see them as competition and also don't want them to be happy. And those old single bitches want the three of us. The more the merrier for them. So they pour a little sabotage in their ears because they know the girl's young and impressionable, and she's thinking because we have a similar anatomy that I'm going to be more truthful than the actual guy that genuinely cares about her. And then girls get deluded by the older single chicks or the older chicks that's even married, and they saying shit like, well, "Love don't pay bills," dumb shit like that. Which
yeah,
love is the
That's the
whole
whole thing.
essence of
that's
what
the
we're
whole
doing.
point.
That's the
You know what I'm
whole point.
saying? It's
God
all
is
about
love.
love, loyalty.
You know
You know what I'm
who's quicker
saying?
to turn away from God, bro? And it's written in the book, the women. And we're not saying we disgruntled or we hate them or whatever like that, but a lot of times guys that are coming across a Delilah or a Jezebel spirit, it'd be the wrong chick. You're not trying to Delilah played games on Samson that you described, Fred. You don't want to crack that shell and lose time and get off your purpose because you're not gonna get that time back. And she gonna tell you, you gotta take me as I am, but I'm not taking you for all your shit.
Yeah,
Which is what T
it's
was
too much
saying
of an
earlier.
investment. It's like they
Yeah.
want you to invest in them, which is cool, but
A bad investment.
at some point, you're just gonna like, yo, I can't keep doing this. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? If I poured all this energy into you, I ain't making the bread I'm supposed to be making, or I could be making. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You should be having my back. I shouldn't be have to like pour all this energy into you 24/7, 365. You know what I'm saying? Like let's be real. We all work. We all work hard. We all been in that one point where you had a chick. We work out, we can't talk to them as much, but we trying to get the money. But now we getting the bread. Oh, you not giving me no attention. I want you around me more. I want you here more. I want you this on. I was like, you can't have it both ways. Sometimes you just can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna
They
get to the
can't
bread, let me get to the
they
bread.
can't have it their fucking way at all. They can't. Now what's a king without a queen? We get all that. What's a head of household without a neck? They can't have it their way at all. I personally have gotten to that point. Like they can be, don't get me wrong, they can be in leadership roles as females because females could lead. Guarantee she still can't have it her way because by the laws of nature, she's gonna have to vet herself more than a guy's going to vet himself because we're already on our purpose when we're focused. She's going to have to consistently vet herself. But it's a chick that's a leader. She's going to have to be consistent. She's going to have to do the uncomfortable work that men do in order to be in that leadership role. And she's still going to have to turn to other men to really focus on her logic and her ethos besides just her emotions aspect.
Yeah.
She's going to have to do that consistently. That's why I'm like, it's just not their role to do that shit. Like, even whether it be Mother Teresa or somebody, like you have to keep your eye on God. This whole God is a woman thing is insulting because God's obviously a man. Because, like I said, Mother Teresa or Coretta Scott King being a woman of faith, you being a Proverbs woman, a provisional woman, or a woman of faith. That's when you're able to get things done. Everybody's like, oh, okay, when you have a wife, you have a good thing, but is it a Proverbs wife? Is it a wise wife? Is it a consistent wife? And then that's when
And
she can be
but that
that
goes
leader.
So
back to
on the
like that
status,
goes back to like equally yoked type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to be equally yoked. Some of these guys and girls, they dating somebody so below their station. they have to put so much energy to bring them up to the point like once this person reaches that level, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? They're like, oh, I don't gotta deal with this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
My
You know what I
father
mean?
told me that once you buy a woman a pair of shoes and she see that she can buy her own shoes going forward, she gonna buy herself shoes and her family shoes. What's the point of you?
Exactly. That's what I was telling Fred earlier today. I was like, bro, I don't need another man.
You cracking
I
those
was like, I'm not
shells.
dating another man. I was like, bro, you gotta be a woman. You gotta be like I want a feminine woman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
And
perfect.
I know what
See,
Fred
while
was
you're
saying
on
as
that
far as
line,
being nurturing.
what's the pros and cons of like what you want? Like as far as a woman, right? Like certain things that you would want. What is your green flags of a woman?
I want a woman
Good
that's
question. Good
loyal,
question.
trustworthy. I want a woman that's like she on her shit. She on her purpose. I'm not saying that you can't have a job and you can't do this, but I'm saying like at least know just understand that when God puts a man in your life, this dude he's there for a purpose. He's there for a singular purpose. You know what I mean? He's not there just to take just for decoration. You know what I mean? Or talk down to him or whatever. But I was out, man. Story time, real quick. I was in Miami
Hmm.
subs, right? I'm like, all right, walked in. Wait, I ordered my food, waiting now, man. I see these couple come in with their kids. I see this woman, she looking nice, dolled up, clean. I'm like, yo, Jay, bad, bad. You know what I'm saying? Bad. I see the nigga walking, nigga looking crazy. I'm like, what? What? Nigga looking crazy. And then the kids looking crazy. And I'm just like, oh hell nah. This ain't what I'm thinking. I'm like, yo, and now she cussing out the man in the freaking restaurant. I'm like, whoa. Whoa.
End of the
She
place.
talking down to him, have her hand in his face, and I'm like,
Wow.
for what? That's crazy. I don't need none of that. That's too much
So
of a hassle. I don't need none of that.
a peaceful woman, a woman that moves with diligence and respect, and
She
also
has
can
to
hold herself up.
understand stuff. It's kind of like one question back to you guys. Which one would you prefer? Would you respect you rather love or respect? Which one's
Respect,
more important to you?
respect. I ain't think twice.
Exactly. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You can love me, but you can love and cheat on me. I'd rather you respect
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anything that we gotta deal with outside, we could deal with at the crib. We don't need to deal with that in front of everybody. We don't
Okay.
need to go all loud and hoopla in front of everybody. We
Same
could
question to you, Fred.
Which one?
What's the
Respect?
green
the same
flags
one that you
for you?
asked, the same one
Oh,
you asked me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Green flags, man. So T list a few of them right there. Like I feel like I want somebody who's loyal, right? The loyalty can't be bought, right? I want somebody who is when they go outside, they know they represent me too, right? So something that no matter what, right? It could be someone flirting with you. You got to nip that in the butt. You feel me? I just want that woman to feel like at all times she just don't want to disrespect me, right? Um, I want a woman who's hardworking, who's not afraid to put get their hands dirty. But sometimes you might need that, right? There might be seasons where I might not be able to pull all the weight by myself. Like, what are you doing to help? Are you pulling your side? Are you chipping in? Are you saying, baby, I got this. It's my turn, right? I need somebody who can get their hands dirty. I need somebody who's not materialistic. Green flags, like you don't want the biggest brands, or you don't need it, right? That's not something you need. You just need me, right? So like certain things is just I want this, I want that, I want this, and you just social media got you a certain way. I don't want that. You feel me? I was like, you don't gotta have the most expensive ring, right? You want me. That's all you wanted. Like, hey, I got what you just want you. That's it. And then obviously I need
Right.
someone who can handle my sense of humor, bro. Because women are emotional. If you can't don't have no sense of humor, we're not gonna
I
last long.
mean, facts.
By the time we by the
Facts.
time we get 50, I say anything, you crying.
Yeah, exactly. Like you gotta have gotta be okay with a little dark sense of humor, because
Yeah, a little sense of humor, a little jab,
I
joke,
mean,
joke.
a joke is a joke. We don't need to take it seriously all the time. You know what I mean? A joke is a
Yeah,
joke. Like, babe, I'm
like
just
come on,
joking. That shit ain't funny. Oh, but I ain't trying to do you like that.
like all the time.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What about you, Jay? What's your green flags, man?
Oh,
So my
Yeah,
yes.
we
green,
try to let's get
Man
into
of the
it. Let's get
hour.
into it.
so my green flags,
Yeah.
non-materialistic, non-materialistic, and knows how to be creative. So the reason that's a green flag for me, that number one is non-materialistic, is like you're not out here choosing to be single and being able to buy Louis bags or Prada bags at the cost of truly being in your feminine purpose. To me, my perspective on a woman's purpose, um, it's 2025, so we do have career women, just like Aisha Curry said. But I'd rather you be me personally. I'm looking for a woman that knows that I'm the leader. I want my Jasmine Browns. Like you can still get up there and you have a sense of humor also, and you're still making money, but you know that you know I'm the king of this castle. It's just the reality of it because
Mm,
I'm going to move as the king of the castle. I'm going to be the provider. I'm going to be the one that is able to, I've poured into myself and I still have my lid off, able to still learn and listen to you, but I'm definitely pouring into you and pouring into my children. It's not going to be an aspect of where like I pull up somewhere, I look better than my kids. We're not doing that. I've put in the reps. I've had the experience in my younger relationships. Um, we can look good without it being materialistic. We're not going to go through a stage of where we're spending rent money on a purse. Um,
yeah.
and the second thing is respect my boundaries. And if my boundary is,
Somebody said,
listen, um, I understand you want to have conversations like with like your family or whatever like that. I shouldn't be the topic at hand. Like they don't need to know every details of what's going on here because that's just giving reassurance of constant validation. It's like you're searching for constant validation of should I be with this nigga? Should I still be with this guy? And if you still got to question it, but then turn around and get two tattoos of the guy, you're contradicting yourself and it's
yeah,
showing me that you can't lead yourself. You're being fully led by emotions. We know women are emotional creatures, but having respect for yourself and respect for me is the second thing that's a green flag. I already went over non-materialistic, but respect is a big deal. Respect my boundaries, respect yourself, respect this relationship. The third thing is we have to like acknowledge our love languages at the front. If my love language is
yeah,
acts of service, words of affirmation, and physical touch, to me, all that leads to quality time. So to me, that all leads to gift giving as well because it's acts of service. I consider that a gift when you're taking something off my plate. I can be in here making YouTube videos and making $500,000 a month. And my wife, excuse me, sweet, I love that. I appreciate you so much. And y'all don't even get to see her. She coming in here like she missed damn, what's her name? The fine lady that was on Powerpuff Girls, the mayor's assistant. I'm trying to move
yeah,
like the mayor. I already got the cut like the mayor. I'm trying to move like the mayor. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm doing,
Um,
bro. Like mayor look like Monopoly for a reason. So those three things, non-materialistic, respect across the board, and common courtesy is a big deal for me. Common courtesy for me, common courtesy for my kids, common courtesy for the relationship. Because I've had, like I said, like, we already touched bases. I've been married, and I've put in the reps. I'm not the first one married here on this podcast, but I've put in a lot more reps.
Yeah,
So
but I wasn't married out of love. So
oh,
I'll
come
say,
on, we ain't doing this.
all right, listen, I wasn't married. Listen, I'm a nice guy, and this is like a
off the cuff.
off the cup. I got married to support somebody to help them stay in this country, and that's
That
why I
was
got
love.
married. Yeah,
That was love.
that was well, at the same time I was with the person, and I'm like, do I want to see them, move back to to a different country where all their family's still here and stuff like that, and
See,
walk away. So, you know,
brothers are so benevolent, bro. That was love, and that was benevolent to you. Is like, no, I wasn't in love, bro. That was 100%
That's love, man.
action. Love is an
That's
action,
love.
bro.
yeah,
Your
That's
work
love.
showed that
that's a
that was
form of
love.
love for sure. Yeah, that for sure was love because
I
you
mean,
ain't
am
doing
I
that for a
wrong? Is love
stranger.
not an action?
Yeah, yeah, love is the action for sure.
But
So I have a question for both y'all.
You got a question? Come
I
on.
got a question for y'all, boy.
Yeah. Would I do it
And
again?
it's very
Yes.
con-
Because
it's very
I
controversial.
moved
It's
off a place of a
controversial.
relationship with that person because I didn't want her to be in the streets once I took her virginity. So that's what I was doing too. So I feel you,
I
Fred.
mean,
So I moved
yeah.
off of love. Because she honestly didn't care. I called her and was like, okay, now that I did this, we got to be together. And she was like, what? I didn't think he was going to call me. Her words verbatim.
Oh wow.
So I
Yeah.
remember keenly these key moments where it's like, what? What you say? What, Neva?
What you
Go ahead and
talking
say
about?
it.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's not how it's done. You brought me a PS2, you brought me sneakers, we spent time together. I'm gonna go ahead and keep you. I'm gonna treat you good.
I mean, and what sucks about it is that when you go through all that and then they turn around, bro, this is what kills me, bro. This is what
Because
kills
that's not
me.
what they
They
wanted
turn
from the start.
around and then they turn around and be like, you never did nothing for me. What? I paid your rent. I helped you out when you needed it. I let you borrow my car. I did this. I did that for you. I gave you bread. I gave your people's bread. You know what I'm saying? I threw a birthday party for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did all this. And I was like, I ain't do what? And you just come around straight up disrespect me like that?
It's sick. You know
Man.
what it is too? They don't even want this stuff from the start, and that's what all three of us can contest to. They don't know what the fuck they want, and they don't want this from the start. And really, it's a repeated pattern for me because I've done the work while I'm on my purpose. I've gone through prayer, and I've also gone through therapy. And when I went through therapy, I found myself talking to my therapist about, some of the descriptive things that took place. And it's a common pattern that I chose women that were more immature than me. And I also chose women that were moving from a place of sexual urgency.
Oh man.
To be continued.
I wanted to ask y'all this real quick.
That's on the
Mm.
next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Equality, dog. Do you believe men and women are equal?
No,
Mm.
we're fair. We're not equal. We
I
are
feel
fair.
like I feel like it's okay to start off on equal footing. But honestly, I don't think men and women are equal. I think
Mm.
because there's some things that you can do. There's some things that you can do that I can't do. You
I
know what
feel
I'm saying?
like Fred got a little blue pill in him, man.
Yeah,
Come on, Fred.
I'm trying to hear what you gotta
No, no,
say.
no. I'm listening. I'm absorbing this. I'm absorbing this. I listen. You guys are both answering, and I think so. You're right. Both of you guys are right. Men or women are not equal in capacity as far as assignments. We have different assignments, right? First of all, women were created solely so man wouldn't feel alone. So we walk this earth equally, right?
Mhm.
We both are children of God equally. But as far as job responsibilities, household responsibilities, obligations, we're not equal. We're not equal. Men have to do a lot more to support. Maybe it's changed over the years, but in a nutshell, I don't believe our assignments, our obligations are equal, right? A woman can be broke all their life and find a man to be taken care of.
Facts.
A man cannot be broke and find a woman to
Hey,
take care of him unless you
Fred.
are a one percenter and you are Stedman. You know,
Fred,
you know.
I'll tell you this because somebody said some crazy shit to me. Somebody was like telling me that men feel love. Men, but women just receive love. Women can't give this out, but I don't know if I believe everything what he said, but he was telling me something. He said the wildest shit. He was like, women are
Smart
of the
man.
devil. That's what this man said. He was like, women are of the devil. He was like, y'all receive love, but men, we feel love, we give love, we sacrifice. That's what love is. It's sacrifice. I was like, we sacrifice, and y'all just take and take and take.
Hmm.
But does it ever come back? Does it is it ever reciprocated? Sometimes some women reciprocate it, but it's not a common thing.
Hmm.
You know
It's
what I mean?
rare.
It's rare.
It's rare.
And when that man
Well,
said, "Yo, like men are the real lovers here," I mean,
I got a question.
what's up?
So since you've had your worldly travels, is it your perspective that it's rare more so here in the West than it is over there, like in other countries? Because guys in other countries are moving different than us. It's quite common for guys in my like research, because I haven't gone there personally like you have. In my like research and being a YouTube scholar, I've seen a pattern that when women do talk about their guys, let's say the Philippines, they're like, yeah, he dropped the baby off in me and dipped. He chose weed, and now he's just a taxi driver. Have you seen that firsthand when you were traveling? And then do you think that influences? I guess my question is, do you think that influences why the women in those other countries are more moving how you describe, where it's not as rare? They're moving to where they're ready to pour into you and also play their feminine roles while still being beautiful, feminine, delicate, fun, pretty, and fit. Have you seen that because the like the guys that they're dealing with? Have you seen that in other countries more so than here in the West?
I mean, honestly, I see it. I see women on the like. I just recently came back from Thailand, as y'all boys already know,
Mhm.
and like you can see the difference between the women in Thailand versus the women in the West.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they're more feminism. They're more like they're less argumentative. Because I have a friend right now who lives in Japan, and he's telling me like he's dating a really nice woman, and he was like, bro, he was like she's less argumentative. He come home, food's ready, the house is clean, clothes are washed, and she still goes out and work.
Yeah.
You can't tell a woman to do that now because now they're like, oh, am I Superwoman? I'm not gonna be Superwoman. I'm not gonna be Wonder Woman. I can't do all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they have to. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm just saying like you have women out there that's willing to throw in 110, 150% of their time. You know what I mean?
Over
They're
there
willing
in
to go
other
the extra,
countries.
yeah, they're willing to go the extra mile. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Because I've been to Japan, I've been to Thailand, I've been like out the country like multiple times, and there's women out there that throw in that want to throw in
so so
everything. They
so let me
want to
ask,
drop everything and be like, you know what? This is my man. This is who
am
I
I
want to be with.
so let me ask a personal question from my experience, more recent. Am I giving somebody like kudos if I'm thinking, or not kudos, but like, am I giving them undeserved props if it's a woman over here in the West and we're having this conversation and we're both intentionally like vetting each other, but we're also having the tough conversations up front, like what's your credit score, and also the conversation of I have my own place, I have my own. Um, I would like to be with somebody, but he got to have his own shit because I'm gonna keep having my own shit. I'm not trying to get with somebody and the guy moves in with me and things like that.
Yeah.
So
Totally
what do
understandable.
we say to those chicks? Because I like when they move like that. Because okay, you're taking your time and you're healing from your process, even though you've been hurt recently. I like how that's going. Like, is that a rare occasion though? Like when a
I
chick's like,
mean, I don't. I've probably dated very few women that
they move
want to
like that.
be that move like that want to heal themselves from like a past relationship. There's not a lot of women that wants
Mm,
to like. There's not a lot of women that just wants to sit back and just heal. You know what
mhm,
I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I'm
mm,
gonna give this dude a chance. You know what I mean?
mm.
Yeah.
There's women out here that'll just jump from one dude to the next dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this question I heard. Would you give one dude 1,000 chances, or would you just go and do and just date 1,000 men? You know what I mean?
I get what you're trying to say.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you want
Yeah.
do you want to date what 1,000 men, or do you want to give this one dude 1,000 chances? You know what I'm saying? You know he's a good dude. He may do shit that you don't like because there's 100. Bro, 9 times out of 10, these females do a whole bunch of shit that we don't like.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
But that's
But,
your standard though. I think at the end of the day, I would probably date 1,000 people, right? Because my standard is my standard. So if I'm not gonna tolerate something, I can't give them a second chance. If you do give them a second chance, you gotta feel like this won't happen again.
It
and
just
then you
depends
leave.
what it just depends like what
How
on
bad?
what can you tolerate. You get what I'm saying? Like if you're talking about
Every
because
standard is.
there's women that stop talking to men for like real stupid shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Small stuff.
We talking about real stuff that
Well,
like
like we like
that stuff that
real.
break trust, right? That creates issues, creates problems, right? Real stuff, not that. Oh, I just don't like that he smacks when he eats. Like okay, like
Yo,
like or oh, I don't like that when he comes home. He has stains in his drawers or something like that,
oh, that's
right?
crazy.
That is crazy. But certain stuff like
That's
that is
crazy.
like okay, let's address it, right? And then at that point, it's just how you handle it. If he's gonna change or get better, certain people just need to be improved. But if you don't talk about something, he don't know what he got to work on. She don't know what she got to work on, right? And if
Mhm.
you address something and you don't see the change, at that point, that's where you leave,
But
right?
I feel like,
Because you address
but I feel like all that is like it just depends on how the person was raised, who was raised around, and that comes back to like, and that comes back to Justin's question: the difference between here in the West and women outside the U.S.
it. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're raised differently. You know, in China, if a woman don't get married by a certain age, like 24, 25, she's considered leftovers.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy. And
A
there's a
lot of
there's a
Asians.
term for that. I forgot what the term is
Yes,
called. There's a term for that. You know what I mean?
I've
If
seen that.
she
Yeah.
doesn't get married by like 24, 25, she's considered a leftover. You're considered excess.
That's because at that age, 25 and younger, you're at the so-called
I
breeding.
mean,
You're better for breeding.
bro, women are
That's
in
what
their
they say.
prime of their life around. Let's be
Listen,
honest, women
I
are in
want
the
to talk.
prime of their life around
I
that
want
age.
to piggyback on what Fred just said as far as the
Breeding.
physical aspect, the breeding. How do you all feel about a
Nigga.
nice a nice 20, I'd say 24 and up year old?
I would
I think that's my
say
cutoff.
I think 25 is my cutoff.
Yeah, 25. You got to be 24, about to be 25 in a couple months, not a
Oh,
whole
so
another
so
year.
yeah, like
Right?
there's exceptions to the rules,
Mhm.
but for me, 25,
Good
you know,
cutoff.
say
What's
24.
the exceptions? Because we got like I think we got like 8 more minutes. What's the exception?
I mean, oh no, we unlimited because we on my account.
Oh, you did the pro. Okay, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
I'm
Okay.
unlimited. But yeah,
I
um,
love it.
but what I was saying was like if she's on her there's some women that be on their purpose from like 19, 20. I've seen it.
Hmm.
I've seen it. You know what I mean? I've never gone for those women because I wasn't on my purpose yet. Like me dating you, like me dating her, it would have just been, it would have, for her, it would
But
have
we,
just
t- we
been
we we
wow.
talking about today, like us as us on our purpose and us being in our both our
Early
met a
financial
30s.
woman,
prime and
Yeah.
also our physical prime because we the whole saying that they used to tell us, and I think correct me if I'm wrong, like didn't it like wasn't it kind of like funny when we used to hear stuff like women mature quicker than us,
Yeah.
and it didn't really grasp for me personally. If we want to talk about us being young, I didn't really grasp it yet, but they mature physically sooner than us. But as far as like us with the mental phase at 25, all of us across the board scientifically are mature, but guys are more mature at that same age of 25. So I think that's why that's the natural threshold. But the woman that you're talking about that we came across her on their purpose when we were younger and things like that, we were just entering our physical prime. So all that testosterone had us like, now we're still in our prime because we have until we're like 37 to be in our physical prime, but we're also in our financial prime. So to me, my perspective is a
but,
nice 24-year old,
but that's the
25-year
difference.
old where I'm still going to be getting better in the next 3 to 4 years. And now she's 28 and she's under 30. And if she's still stuck around, I'm gonna pull a Jay-Z and I'm gonna go ahead and cuff her and she gonna be the Beyonce. And then now, we're gonna try this family thing because she's gone over 25 and she's really mature, and she's
Yeah.
also made some cash, but she's still physically strong enough to have a kid. She's not 23 strong, but she under 30 strong to have a kid.
I mean, yeah. I understand that, but like aside from the breeding thing, you know what I mean? Like like you said, men, we get in our financial prime when we're about like 30 and older. That's when
Life just starts at 30 for
this is
us.
for us, that's when we are in our prime. That's when we like
Yeah,
we now we're making the money. You know where your life is headed. You know what you're trying to do, you know where your life is headed. You know what
right,
I'm saying? But for women, they're in their prime when they're like nice 22, 23. They're
right.
physically in their prime. You know what I'm
And
saying?
unless they own their shit, that's where like when they're like, okay, now she's 25, 26, 24, and she's looking at you because she was doing her thing, but now she's getting what's called, I'm tired. I'm tired of
Yeah.
being strong. And then that's where you meet her and you still let her know, nah, we gotta keep this going. We're gonna keep this going. I'm a pour into you. You're gonna have this energy for another 3 years. And in return, if I decide as the man to breed you, I breed you. First of all, if I decide to go for a relationship, I decide that as a man, you only hold access to allow me to breed you.
Yeah. Because
So
once the thing is, once a man
mm,
has access, the I don't want to say because it might not be right, but the
it's
dynamic
off the
changes.
cuff.
Yeah, the dynamic changes. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
Because now as men, we control if we want a relationship or not. That's what we do. We
We,
control if
we've
we
done
want.
we've dominated. We've marked territory.
That's our thing. Women control if we get the nanny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
But once we get it,
but once
now
we
we're
get it,
controlling if we want the
the
relationship.
dynamic
And that's
changes.
even beforehand,
But
actually. No, that's wrong. But I see what you're saying, T. Yes. Even before we get the nanny, we still decipher if we're going into a relationship or not.
yeah, the
Because we
relationship for
know.
us, like
Yeah,
we control if we want to go in a relationship or not. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? We control that, and that's why I was like,
So
and
Fred,
but
you said
honestly,
25 is the cutoff for you too?
25, yeah, that's probably my cutoff personally. But I'm okay with a 24-year-old as long as that they're mature enough, right? So, if they're mature enough, then yeah, right? Because honestly, even if they're 23, I've seen some women who are like very mature, but their situation have made them that mature, right? Being
exceptions
probably
to
the
the rule.
oldest of all these kids, right? Maybe she always had to watch her younger siblings, right? So that allowed her to be more mature, right? She got a good job, she's done with school and stuff like that, and she's about her grind. I've seen a lot of girls like that, um, that just had to grow up fast, but
I
I
seen them
think
like that too.
changes the perspective too sometimes, right?
I seen them like
I'd
that
say
too. And
going on
then like
21.
when you're dealing with them, also depending on the type of dude you are, next thing you know, like if you're dealing with them long enough, now they're gonna start opening up to you. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about going to school. And subconsciously, it's like I see what he's doing. Like, damn, this is insane. Like he worked 2 jobs and going to fucking school, and now he's gonna have 2 classes next semester. This dude's crazy. But you know what? I want to do it too. And that's when you know you got to stay on your purpose as the guy because you still subconsciously taking the lead. And she already communicated already. I got my own spot. You got your own spot. I ain't looking for no guy to try to move into my shit. I want him to have his own thing together. But I'm subconsciously following you because now I'm
Yeah.
talking to you about school. Now I'm talking to you about emotion and how, like, do you ever experience burnout? I'm asking you these questions. I want to know what you think. I don't know how you feel. You start to experience that, and that could be that 23-year-old. It could be the 24-year-old that
True.
that asks those questions better than a 35-year-old.
I mean, yeah.
Because it comes down to the person, comes down to the background. Like you touch bases on Fred, the background. Like I pay attention to a lot now that I've had my experiences. If she is the only girl, be cautious. Be
Well, just
cautious.
the experiences I wanted to laugh, but
If she's the only girl, be
Yo,
cautious. If
oh,
she's the
is a
baby girl, be
is
cautious.
that be very careful, guys.
Be very selective. If she's the
Be
older
smart.
sister, okay, we cooking. If she's the middle child, all right, we cooking. But older sister, middle child, yeah, those are the ones that shake the room. But those are the ones that's like not dependent on like making their decisions based off of the men that's currently in their life. Because that's a big deal too. Because depending on the guy that's in their life, right? If like their father moves a certain way and they have like this perspective that they need their man to move like their father, it can be healthy or unhealthy because you have some women that had a father that wore shit bags, but he just provided financially and they're So in return, you trying to be a financial provider and a good guy and good treatment, that shit don't register with her because
It
she's
doesn't.
familiar with the shit bag. She wants the shit bag because she's gonna do it how her mother was supposed to do it. She's gonna do the reckless shit and she's not gonna feel any type of way, but she's still gonna take the money. Versus the girl that had the guy that was the provider and he never raised his voice. He never yelled or he never had his mother feeling unsecure as far as another woman being in the picture. It depends on the girl's background too, but
Mhm.
also only girls and baby girls, be very careful.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
agree
yeah,
100%.
man, he ain't lying. And and that's what I was just saying. I was like, it all comes down to like background, how these girls, how these people were raised, and that's why I was like, that's why I was in other countries, like
Hmm.
how the women are raised are different from how the women are here are raised. So
So,
I
question for you:
feel like
in the
here
other
you have more.
countries, were they expecting you to take care of their family too?
I've
I
never
would think so.
experienced that. But I'm pretty sure in certain countries that's a custom. There's a
Yeah,
difference. There's customs. So it's kind of like if you was doing dating like a Chinese woman or whatever, Asian woman or whatever, some cultures will want you to provide like a dowry. You know what I'm saying? Now
Hmm.
we ain't talking about like 10 goats and the cattle and shit. But we're talking about like probably like 10 grand or 5 grand or some shit like that to like present to them as a dowry for for their daughter or for their kid. So it's like I said, it's different. It just
she's
depends
still
on the
gonna want to
person.
take. She gonna still gonna send money back to her people. Like she
I
gonna
mean,
expect you.
100%. Like if you
Yeah,
making money or whatever, and she's just sending money back home to like the Philippines or wherever, Vietnam or whatever, it's
Napoli,
easier. It's easier to take care. Like I can spare like we could spare like $300, $400, $500 to send back home, like every month or so. You know what I mean? But I
yeah.
was like, but like that's the difference. Like doing that here, how everything is like so expensive.
it's unappreciated too.
And yeah, it's just yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. That goes into a much deeper conversation that we probably should do next episode. I ain't gonna
Oh, for
hold you.
sure.
Next
Because I was thinking
episode.
about like the next episode too. Like, you know what? This makes me think long distance don't sound that bad if she out the country. Because we're getting the same. It may sound insane to the audience. Hear me out. America's a good sized country, not the biggest, but a good sized country. It's bigger than other countries that we know of, but
Yeah,
it's not the biggest. It can fit in Africa, it can fit in Asia, it can fit in Europe, it can probably fit in Alaska as a state. But I'm saying all that to say we put in a lot of practice here that puts us in a very, very, very high value position around the world. Point
Yeah,
number one. Point number one. We're making a lot of money. A lot of us are active gym goers, especially these days. Like men today are like some of the best versions of men, period, right now.
mm,
Um,
I might have to.
when
I might have to like say we'll red flag that. We'll come back to that one. But
we'll come back to that. We'll come back
yeah.
to that because I know we have some of the, the liberals and the feminist guys. I get that. But this to me, this goes back into like how big America is because look who we voted in. Because we voted in a guy that we think is like us. So most of us could agree with the guy that's in the White House, that alpha male notion. But anyhow, we'll come back to that in the next episode too. But I'm saying all that to say, if the practices that we have in this country puts us in a position to be strong and withstand any other place.
Yeah.
Because if we do long distance here and we had a chick an hour away, we had a chick 4 hours away, we had a chick in Virginia, we had a chick out there in fucking Florida or what have you, we can definitely do that long distance where, all right, I grind, I make this money. 2 times a year, I'm flying over there to Japan. 2 times a year, I'm flying over there to Cambodia or Vietnam. And I got a designated chick there and I have a child there. It is very cost efficient for me being his American father to send money over there to take care of the kid. I've actually watched my father do that with my older brother when my older brother spent his entire life growing up in Haiti. And I kind of always had this in the back of my mind, like, you know what? I'd probably end up doing that, like grinding like my dad and send money over there, go visit my kid, spend time with my kid, but mainly send money over there. Um, go for holidays, go more than twice a year, go 4 times a year. imprint as much as possible on my kid, but it's still long distance nonetheless. And it comes back to our purpose because we have to have tools. We got to have money as a tool. We got to have credit as a tool. We got to have business as a tool. We got to be able to fly business class. We got to be able to fly under our personal names. Multiple tools in order to provide for ourselves and for others. So definitely, that's the good thing we can talk about being Americans and being in this nation. Where we're built to last and we're built to do what we want to do around the world because we're high value,
Oh yeah.
whether you like write it off any other way.
I mean, I
So
we are high value men. You know what I mean? You just gotta look at it. Even if people don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying?
they got this thing where it's like you got to only be high value, where it's you make six figures. You remember the Godfather, if we want to bring him up, God bless the dead, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. He stressed it was his perspective, and that high value men, that term was coined before him. I believe he borrowed it from Napoleon Hill. Um, it doesn't necessitate that you must be high value. You must have six figures, fellas out there that's
Exactly.
watching, to be a high value.
Don't have
As
to.
long as you provide services to your community, you bring value to your community on a positive note, you're high value. So if you are that plumber that's making 90K right under 100K, don't beat yourself up.
I mean, no, he's still high value because even at
80K, this
90K,
time
he's
is good.
making more than most Americans. He's making more than at least 50% of Americans, 50,
Yeah.
60% of Americans. So he that plumber that's making 90K, he's still high value at the end of the day because that's what it is.
You got guys out here making
That's my time, you
23,000.
guys.